This is where it all begins. This is where all wrestlers begin their quest for becoming a champion. I've spent most of my life in this area, preparing myself and others in becoming champions. As a coach and a spectator in wrestling, I get most excited when both athletes step on the mat thinking they can win. It's either you or him. It's that simple, Zap. It's either you or him. One of you got to do it. One of you got to hold up. One of you got to take it to the other guy. One of you is, some chances are one of them's going to break. And if neither one of them breaks, then it's just the guy that gets after it the most and makes his own breaks. I've always believed in explosiveness and aggressiveness. You put the two together and you put points on the scoreboard.
Gable forces, or not forces, I should say preaches a relentless attack, whether it's a defensive attack or an offensive attack. What I mean by that is front headlocks or offensive shots. And when you hit something, you hit it hard. When you go with a style, you go hard, and you go hard, and you go hard, and you don't stop until the match is over. He's always instilled in his wrestlers to be tough and physically and mentally break their opponents, and that's how you do it. You wear them down by pushing and shoving and using good scoring holds, technique. And I was never a great technician, so I made up for it by brawling.
Guys, you're tired. Best thing you do is not do this. Like this, look. That's where you get beat. You're tired, you start coming in here.
His workouts are tough. He knows right what you need. If you need pushed hard, he's going to be there. This little bat hitting you in the butt and hitting you on the head and getting you going.
Like anything in life, you have to put in a lot of hard work in order to succeed at wrestling. It really isn't hard to be the best. It's as simple as outworking your opponent.
He will outwork any other coach in this country or in the world.
Human tendency is to look for an easy way of doing things. People put in a lot of time and effort into looking for shortcuts. As a coach, I look for wrestlers with talent. But more importantly, I look for an athlete with a strong will to work. It really isn't that hard to outwork an opponent, because most people don't know how to push themselves to their true potential. I would like to think that my wrestlers don't need me to push them, but I try to be there to push them further than they think they can go.
You gotta drive with the arms, you gotta drive with your knees. Straight!
We do things that make a billy goat puke.
When I was wrestling, I never let one free moment in the day pass without preparing for competition. I used every moment as an opportunity to distance myself from my opponent. Whenever I needed to motivate myself, I would picture my opponent training, or better yet, sitting around doing nothing. I would set goals for every practice in order to challenge myself. If I no longer felt that I was being challenged, I would be creative in creating new goals. If you've got the artillery, you better use it. It's a big round, guys. It's a big round. I'm very confident in you. I'm very confident. I'm going to be standing right here in about 5 hours, 6 hours again. And as far as I'm concerned, we better be in the same boat. No matter what happens, you do what you're capable of doing. Don't get into the meet until it's your time, and get into it and get after it. We got to get down there.
Walking out that tunnel, 15,000 wild fans screaming. They're all staring at you. It just sends chills down your spine.
that type. He was ripe for the beating, and you didn't want to beat him. You didn't want to beat him. You didn't want to beat him. You understand that? You wanted to tie. And that's what you got, a tie. You didn't want to lose. You just didn't want to lose to him because he beat you twice before. You'll never win that way.